Whoa! Who would expect Doctor Who would have a decent episode? Not me, but it happened. So this is another gig, and today we have the fourth episode, the 12th season of Doctor Who, which used to be one of my favorite TV show some years ago, but I'm not that fond of it anymore. Still, I may not like the entire season, but when an episode is good, I have to say yes, it's good. And this episode, Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, written by Nina Metivier and directed by Nida Manzoor, was a pleasant surprise because it captured much of what made Doctor Who such a great show in its heyday. And what's the story? It's a historical episode where the fam moves and meet in the US and meets Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison and also some aliens that are threatening Earth at this era because of Nikola Tesla. And of course, being a similar Doctor Who, of course, there is the Doctor fangirling over meeting Nikola Tesla. Of course, there is a lot of exposition about who he is and how important he was. And of course, there are the companions who do mostly nothing in the entire episode. They're just there, except for Ryan, is once again emasculated when he tries to do something. That's Ryan. And just doing nothing, and I'm pretty sure Budley Walls is just hiding so the scriptwriters won't notice him and write a role for him as Graham in this episode. Of course, Goran Visjic as Nicholas Tesla gives a great performance, as well as Robert Glenister as Thomas Edison. They are both extremely good in their roles. Of course, this being Doctor Who of present era, we have to teach the children, because at this point, yes, it's a glorified kids show, and it's supposed to teach children of all ages, that's mine age, of course, how important Tesla was and how evil a man Thomas Edison was. So Thomas Edison is presented. There's this popular story about how Thomas Edison ripped off everything Tesla did, but he is the one who was established as an inventor because he was entrepreneurial. He knew how to sell his inventions, or other people's inventions. I cannot say this word. Damn it. And while Thomas Edison is presented in a very unsympathetic way, it's given to us that he is the villain of this episode. Surprise, surprise for this era of Doctor Who, and also expected in any decent TV show, we are given his side of the story. He has the opportunity to give his piece and say why he's right in what he's doing, while at the same time, his core attributes, his ability to say the right thing at the right time and take advantage of the moment, is what helps the team during the climax of the story. There is a new species of aliens in this episode, the Skithra, which are the design feels very familiar to older Doctor Who aliens. They're a new species, and they're kind of scorpion-like villains. They look like the Rathnos from the special with the Bryant. While they might have been forgettable as a design option, they have an interesting personality because they are scavengers. They are scavengers who believe that their might makes right, and actually they have this Queen character who confronts the Doctor, and the confrontation is great. Jodie Whittaker proves that when she's given a decent script, she can give an interesting Doctor. Still, I think that her doctor is not written consistently. I think it changes from episode to episode, or maybe it's a character arc, I don't know. But he's fangirling over Tesla, which is in her character, and also she solves the whole case by spouting science stuff and flailing her sonic screwdriver around and forming a plan and doing stuff, and it works. And it's done on screen, contrary to Skyfall. So yes, that's a great. And I think that what works in this episode is that there is a sliver of characterization for every character in this episode. The formula, which one of the reasons why Doctor Who is so popular in its resurrection was because it was a very formulaic show. It was an old-fashioned, formulaic science fiction show, and that was done in an era where this was missing. Every other TV science fiction show was an intricate drama, and Doctor Who was a monster of the week, with some arcs happening in season or between seasons. And this episode gets that. It follows the formula, which has been proven to be working. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel at any point, but just follows the formula very well and does the character justice. Everybody, even the villains, even Thomas Edison or the what's how they're called, the Skithra, are given a reason to do what they do. And of course, this episode never reaches the heights of historical episodes like, say, Visiting the Doctor, which was phenomenal, but at the same time, it doesn't feel forced. Tesla being in it is very organic. It makes sense to be there. Or maybe because Tesla is there, it makes sense for the aliens to be there. That's quite interesting. It gives an interesting portrayal of the characters. Doesn't preach any issue. Actually, the one issue that is tackled here, because there is this theme of a genius inventor, Nikola Tesla, being exploited by scavengers, either the Skithra or Thomas Edison. Both the scavengers give their reasons why they do what they do, and that's interesting. And despite how flawed they may be, they make sense in their own heads, and that's something we haven't seen in Doctor Who in the last 2 seasons. Seen some villains for the sake of villainy, which is bad and bad writing, and this episode had good writing. It was not exceptional. I don't think it's an episode we will remember in many years after the season ends, but it's decent, and really those 2 seasons need more episodes like that. They need at least 6 or 7 good, solid episodes to work with. At the moment, we have 3 misses and a hit, and still, I mean, okay, I can understand they don't have Moffat anymore, so we won't see a stellar episode, or not stellar in the way it was in the previous seasons. The one episode that stood out, but there should be some episodes that are solid, and they're not solid episodes in those 2 seasons. There are some interesting ones, but okay, last season had 3 episodes out of 13, and this episode it's 1 solid 3 out. So I don't know. I mean, I don't expect anything much anymore. I'm just doing, for the clicks and the views. So press the like button if you reach this far. Subscribe to give me more views as I watch Doctor Who episodes and comment on them, because that's a sacrifice for me. And also press the bell button to give these views very fast at the moment the video is out, or any other videos. I mean, okay, I don't expect for BBC to be any good. I had this video on Friday about the 30% of the Watts series, and we had some photos, and they looked really bad. They looked really bad, and I think that BBC is losing it at this point, and that's disappointing because they have been so many great shows in this channel. But what can I say? So thank you for watching. I would love to read your opinions about this episode, and of course do the like, subscribe, share, Sell your souls. You know what every other YouTuber says in the end. Have fun.